Hey everyone. Um, so it's been a little bit of time, and I got a pleasure to speak with a few of you already directly. And we got some new files in the pipeline, and I'm getting an idea of how files are coming in. So we did change a little bit of the process since I joined, where we have our three processors, which are Cindy, Hannah, and Karin, who's catching files and prepping files for loan submission and then getting them reviewed by me. And then Cindy is still doing the submissions. And then for NQM files, Sydney is doing the underwriting review. Um, and so it's been a little bit different, but I hope it wasn't too different from your guys' perspective from the submission side. But more than anything, I think what I wanted to do was kind of open up this time and space for discussion to see what some of the loan officer pain points would be from the loan submission side. When prepping files, I wanted to bridge the gap between what we see from the processing standpoint and what you guys are providing from the sales side. If there's anything we can do to try to help bridge that gap, because I think there are some gaps and some holes that we need to fill. So I kind of wanted to get some feedback, and then from there, I share my feedback as well. So first thing is, does anyone have any concerns or frustrations or pain points that you guys have had that you guys want to share? Are we doing a great job?
I have this pain right here on my shoulder.
Okay. I mean, maybe the silence is either a really good thing or a really bad thing.
Well,
um,
Sam,
yes.
nice meeting you. I'm
Yeah, nice
Ian.
meeting you. Yeah.
So I haven't submitted a file that you've touched.
Okay.
So what's new? What's good? What's happy and sad?
So honestly, it hasn't been too bad. I think only for us, we're just getting adjusted to having the processors getting used to prepping the files up front instead of catching them from the approval side. That way, the idea is that if our processors are looking at the file before the loan is submitted, they have a better understanding of the file. So when the conditions come in, they already have an idea of what was missing, what they already needed condition for when the approval comes out. So that was the idea behind that, and I think on the in the long term that will help. Um, I don't think we nearly enough files to kind of see the fruits of that labor yet, but I think we will start to see that. I think from what I see is we're having a lot of incomplete loan apps, and that could be a user error issue where borrowers don't complete all of the information on the loan application side. And so if for us, I think the goal that we're trying to do is the cleaner the files get submitted, the cleaner the loan will get approved.
Right.
And so the more complete everything is upfront, it'll just help everyone's file move smoother and quicker, which I think that's what everybody wants. And so if the loan officers can do their due diligence and just kind of look at the 1003s, and if there's any missing information that the borrower didn't complete, maybe reach out to them ahead of time and ask them, hey, what are these things, to input that in for us? That way, because I think we have both ERP and Calyx Point going for us. I know that the loan officers were trained to complete the point files as well. And for us, maybe I don't know if it's the borrowers not providing the information or if the loan officers forget to input some of the information. That's the part I just don't see. But from us, at least from what I see when the file gets um, viewed by me and reviewed, I'm there are times where I scratch my head and I go, "Oh, how come employment information is missing?" Or how come the rents are not showing on if they're currently renting right now? Little things like that. And so then from the loan officer side, you guys might want to submit a file right away, but now we have to go back and ask you these questions, and it might delay it a little bit because you have to wait for the borrower and those kinds of things. So that's the only thing that I'm noticing. So I wanted to bridge that gap.
Okay. Hey, Peter, is there a way we can add a notes for the clients to write on the ERP? For example, we can vet them stating who their HR contact will be, so to speak, maybe any sort of explanation if they have any employment gap, maybe even writing a small, LOE on there for anything that we can tell them to put on there and guide, help us put the file together better.
Yes, we'll add that page. A note to processor and loan officer
Okay.
page. After
That's just
the
a suggestion. I don't know if it's doable. It sounds like it's doable then. Okay.
Is most of the communication being done through ERP, or are you guys just having them do the loan application on ERP? Because you guys still email and call them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I gave them my link. I actually tell them to, of course, um, uh, use me as the LO. I'm sure you guys would do the same, on that drop down screen. So you just make sure you choose me. And then, you'd have to create um, what's the word? An account, um, user and password. I don't know if we have one readily available for me because I find myself having to redo it over and over again for me to give my client um, guidance, some guardrails, how to go about completing it. Um, do we have like a screenshot I can always just send out and say, in order for you to get in our portal, these are the steps to take. So there's less hand holding for them to actually go in our portal and fill out the application.